Welcome to the second, third, fourth episode of the Demonetized Podcast. I'm joined as always with Nux Taku and Jake Monroe. I want to get into this right now. So the talking points that I wrote for the day, in case you don't know this, I did another podcast for 2 years, 3 years with Asmongold, and there was another one, I can't remember her name, they don't talk. And then I did another podcast with Noodle Shop. Every single episode I did these podcasts, I wrote out every single talking point for everything we ever, like anything we talked about was from my talking points, every episode without fail, with almost zero exception. Yeah, I love it, bro. There's always shit to yap about, no matter how small, no matter how frivolous, you can always find something to say about it. But I love doing it. Anyways, self-glaze, as I always do.
You did a great job, Tectone. These talking points are stellar.
$300 for tech. Oh my God. That's a new record. Sorry. That's the biggest donation I've ever gotten.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, that's insane. $300 for three. Drake, Tech, Nux, Friendsnet. Thank you, trying to nap. Thank you, bro. Holy fuck. Sorry about that.
Hey, what's up, trying to nap now? That's epic, man.
Oh, wait. Is that your chatter?
Yeah, it's one of mine, yeah.
My God, Jake, you must be a fucking multi-billionaire at this point. This guy's awesome.
Getting close, getting close.
There we go. Also, did want to say, because at the beginning of the video, Nux, you are live on kick.com/NuxTaku. Nuxanor. And also, I believe, Jake, you have now begun streaming on Rumble.
Dual streaming, yeah, it's going very well.
Oh, rumble.com/The Jake Monroe Show.
Yeah, that's it.
Hell yeah. I followed today because I forgot to last week.
Nice.
What'd you think?
It's great, man. I really do love Rumble. I mean, I've only streamed there like 3 or 4 times, but already the viewership is fucking wild. I can see Rumble overtaking YouTube for viewership in the next couple of months. It's insane. It's so good.
It is absolutely absurd. The community there is very, very, very supportive. Have you started plugging Rumble Wallet yet?
No, not yet. Not yet.
Oh, bro, you got to get in there, man. I'm telling you. Rumble Wallet being the premier donation method where creators keep 99% of what you send them rather than 50-50 or 70-30 is fucking awesome. I love it. And also, Nux, how you liking Kick?
I love Kick. I've been here for a while. I've kind of been on hiatus a bit, but I'm back. I'm back. Yeah. Fully demonetized on YouTube. Gotta do something.
That's insane that they did that to you, man. I was watching Rev talk about it.
Everyone that isn't a coward talked about it.
Yeah, yeah. Oh, how's streaming been going for you?
Streaming's great. Love it. Nice to get paid for your work.
Yeah, it's great.
I'm so salty about it because like there's a list of like protected groups that you're not allowed to insult, and I shared this. I sent this to Jake. One of the groups, the protected groups, is immigration status.
Wait, what? You can't talk about immigrants without getting demonetized?
Oh, you didn't see it. It's new. It's new on the guidelines. Here, I'll send it to you. I sent it to Jake a couple days ago.
It's such an arbitrary identification, or even just the way that they. Okay, so these are the protected groups, and you can't talk about them. In what regard? Like, can you cover opinion thing, or can it only be factual? Are certain facts not allowed to be stated? Like,
some facts are still hate.
Yeah. Yes, that's what I'm saying.
Like,
exactly.
Example,
what do they?
The classic example is calling someone fat is hate speech, even though it's
trust me, I know that very well.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, Tech does. Yeah.
So I actually received information, and this was a huge one. Apparently, a whore is a slur.
Jesus.
For prostitute.
Oh, I thought it was a respected member of society.
Respected job, yeah.
Bro, it's a definition. It's a word. It defines things.
Yep.
Yes.
Yeah.
I mean, what do OnlyFans girls like to call themselves? I'm curious.
They prefer the term sex workers. I find it ridiculous that you can't say prostitute or whore. It's the exact same thing. It's quite literally
sex workers.
Just a job descriptor.
I've heard the phrase entrepreneur being used in that context as well, which is hysterical.
If you call yourself an entrepreneur as a sex worker, you are out of your fucking mind. That is, right. I've actually never heard that. I hope to God I never hear that. I actually just watched a 30-minute video on the dangers of masturbation addiction. And I think it's disgusting how much we're trying to use this colorful language to make everything sound so pretty and non-harmful and completely normal. Where like it's a good point. Every single like stream, every single like time you scroll on YouTube, TikTok, Twitter, there's a chance that you see softcore pornography. It's a shame. Like there's even like VTubers that I started to fucking follow. And this is exactly what happened. And Jake, you even were talking about this, how more and more women are going to grift towards the right And, I started following a bunch of new VTubers because a lot of new VTubers are starting to speak about, right-wing political issues every single time. Like, you can't escape porn. You cannot escape porn. It's everywhere. It's like all around you. It's like I'm having a schizophrenic breakdown, but instead of seeing faces melting from my walls, it's prostitutes with their fucking tits out begging for $5 to see their asshole. It's so embarrassing.
As long as women maintain the level of control that they have, everything is going to be porn because only women really benefit from that because it's the female imperative to immediately be whores. It's what their value is, right? They are the harbingers of sex. They're the ones that hold the thing that men want, and as long as they are aware of this and there's no boundaries on it whatsoever, they're going to exploit the shit out of it. Which is why every single religious text on earth gives you guidelines on how to control women because they know. After several thousand years, exactly what the nature of women is. The second they gain control, everything.
My favorite one is
porn.
The pornification of society is just when women get to do whatever they want. No, but the thing is, like, so most religions, like Judaism, Christianity, it's like dress modestly and like get married and you have one husband and that's it and it's over and you get married when you're relatively young at like 20. You have a bunch of kids.
The oppression.
Right, and that sounds like oppression. But then in Islam, do you know Islam's stance on like how to stop the pornification of society? It's basically like if you're not wearing a hijab, we will rape you, and it will be your fault.
Yeah.
Like, well, there it is. That solves the issue, I guess.
You've got secular nations in the West just being like, maybe wear a slightly longer skirt this evening, sweetie.
By the way, I do want to go on record saying, Jake, you actually inspired me to go to the outlet malls 3 hours away to actually buy some decent clothes. So I was wondering, what do you think of the new linens, man?
Fucking love it, man. I actually went to All Saints, got some all new basics, but damn, dude, it looks so good.
Yeah, thank you, man. Yep. Yeah.
Don P. Bongwater better put that suit in the next fucking AI generated video that burns down a small Haitian town.
Dude, I love Don P. Bongwater.
He's the fucking man, bro. He
was in my chat today.
Good.
Yo, I saw. This is important. I saw a Haitian that was pregnant, so I immediately called ICE. You can't take any chances these days,
I thought you were gonna say you did a shurioken on it. Shurioken.
No, I'm obviously you can't take chances,
Yeah, you gotta call them. There's two Haitians out here.
So yeah, you said that you're fully demonetized on YouTube now, Nux. Are you still uploading videos or no?
I am. I'm still uploading, doing my thing just for free.
I know.
I am beating the stereotypes.
I know you are.
Yeah, I was gonna say, you sure you're Jewish, man?
You're one of the good ones.
I had to double check my circumcision before uploading for free.
Yeah, what are the Jews' thoughts on circumcision? Do you have to
get them?
You get them.
Yeah, you get them at 8 days old.
Do not ask how they do it.
Don't they like chew them like bubble gum afterwards?
Yeah.
They don't. No, they don't.
They rip it off with their teeth.
They don't do that.
Okay, how does the circumcision go? What happens next?
You snip it. You pull the foreskin and you take the little blade and you go shwip.
Oh,
and then the slightly
pull that shit off.
You pull it and then you go shwip. And there are some traditions that the very viral ones that you see, like these like old ancient rabbis like sucking the baby's penis and shit.
What
that is not that's the controversial part of it. But essentially it's to make sure that it doesn't get infected. Back in the days of yore, they thought that sucking the wound. They thought sucking the wound was actually good. It is not actually good. So so that's the controversial one.
I've never heard of that in my entire life.
No, they would probably prefer you don't know about that, actually, Tech. That's why you don't know about it.
Yeah,
what
probably not. It sounds pretty horrible.
Fuck.
Hey, so do Jewish circumcision scars burn like Harry Potter's head scar whenever a neo-Nazi's close? I'm so curious.
Every time someone makes the fucking Sig Hail, every time someone does the Roman salute, I feel it.
Yeah, just like, and then every Jew in a vicinity just goes, "Oh, my scar! Right. Voldemort is nearby."
Rubbing their scar. Make
You know,
sure it's
about
all good.
over about 100 years ago, babysitters used to jerk off their kids to make them come. That way they slept better. So
No.
yeah, no,
It
that's,
helps me sleep better.
yeah, I know. It helps me too, man. It's awesome. But you know, the world really has done some crazy ass shit over the years. I'm gonna go over super chats real quick. Only 3 of them. Trying to nap now. Thank you for the $300. 300 for 3 Jake Tech Nux friends in chat. We got Lunix Ages with 10 gifted subs. Thank you. We have Chat Cracker Jack Matt with another $300 saying, if there's war, I'd go to war for my boys. Thank you. Holy shit.
I'm pretty sure those 3 guys are in my chat. Alexis Aegis, did you say? Lunix Aegis?
Lunix Ages the 10 gifted subs, yes.
Yeah, they were just doing massive subscription gifts over on my Rumble stream like 20 minutes ago.
Really? I wonder if they're going to do any more than if you're saying massive gifted subs. I wonder if there's any more coming. That'd be great.
Shout out to those 3. Thank you so much for your amazing generosity and support. It's very much appreciated.
All money from my stream goes to my dog, buying dog treats after this, going to the store.
It does. He just thumbs the money up the dog's ass. It's so funny.
Yeah. Well, Nux, I know that you're banned on YouTube now, but hopefully we can send our boys over there to make sure that that is going well. Because I know it's a you've been away from streaming for a while because I know you got some personal shit, but yeah, no, I hope it goes well, and I'm just glad that you're still uploading, bro. Because you know there was a part of me where I was like, fuck, I wonder if he's just gonna fucking just dip for a while. And I honestly couldn't blame you if you did, because I think what happened to you is complete fucking bullshit. I want to make that very clear. It is complete fucking bullshit what happened to you, and I'm praying to God that it was just a mistake and YouTube corrects their, in my opinion, accident that I'm hoping has happened or whatever did happen. But yeah.
So listen, there's always 2 routes you could go. Route 1, you'd be like, YouTube, you are fantastic people, and you made a mistake, and everything is good. I do not harass people that are gang rapists. I don't. I actually support importing all of them into society, right?
Yeah.
Oh, that's one option. Second option is you call them anti-Semites, and then you get like the ADL on their ass. But I don't think that one's going to win. I don't think we're going to try that path.
Not yet.
Not yet.
So a big thing that happened, I believe this was yesterday or 2 days ago, anchor babies are now pretty much here to stay. I was expressing to chat, if you wanted a good argument against anchor babies, look no further than Hassan Piker, who is a anchor baby himself. Fun fact, chat, Hassan Piker had 2 Turkish, obviously mother and father, came to Oklahoma, got birthed, swept away after 3 weeks, was raised, born, groomed in Turkey, and then he decided he wanted to have more sex, so he got his parents to fly him back out to the United States to go to college. That way he could bang American citizens, and now his entire life, full American citizen life, by the way, is shitting on America and telling you why you should hate your fucking country and how it should be more of a communist country. And if there's any argument against birthright citizenship, hopefully it would be that. Donald Trump has talked about changing the Constitution to overrule the Supreme Court verdict, which, by the way, 4 of the people who voted in favor of birthright citizenship were women, which is why I believe women should be taken off the court or rulings whatsoever, because I don't think they can make good decisions, especially in the court of law. But yeah, I think this is a massive step backwards for our country. We had an opportunity to do some great shit. Obviously, men are still being banned from women's sports, which is great. But the fact that birthright citizenship is still a thing is fucking gross. But I'm actually curious, how do you guys feel about birthright citizenship?
Well, I think it's obviously an exploit. It was never meant to be this way. Birthright citizenship was originally instituted for the children of slaves, so that the children of slaves could be American and not just like some weird low class people. So now that they are American, that they now basically have grown this out to be like literally anyone on the planet could be American now. American means nothing to be American, actually. You just need to literally be born in this magic soil, and poof, and now you can be the president of the United States.
It's scary how Hassan can be the
insanity. It's complete insanity. Obviously, it was never supposed to be this way. And hopefully, they will be removing a couple of amendments, including the 19th, 14th, whole bunch of them that I would get rid of at this point. And as far as what you said about female judges, there is a reason why historically, in biblical societies, women were not allowed to be judges. Like, there's a reason for that.
Yep.
Actually.
And they're reminding you every single day. as to
And they
why
remind
there's
you all the time.
what the reason is.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's absolutely an exploitable glitch in the system, and they're taking full advantage of it. The reason why it hasn't been rolled back is because it's very beneficial for the globalist elite who want to ethnically replace all the white people in their own countries. And it's the exact same thing that's happening over in the UK as well. It's a very globalist perspective where people are not distinct from one another. We are interchangeable bioorganic assets that can be moved about the entire planet, and things will operate in the same way, which is why an American is up for debate as to what that is. And they were doing the exact same thing over here in the UK. There was an entire discussion about what being British even means. And the fact that they're publicizing a debate on what British identity is, what defines that, means they're essentially trying to take away our ethnicity. They're trying to invalidate our identity entirely so that they can flood the nation with as many of these sub-Saharan yellow-eyed dipshits as they possibly can. And we can't complain about it because they're actually not Somalian. They're just as British as you are, despite the knife in your fucking chest being held by a black-ass hand.
Has anything good happened in the UK since the last time we talked, Jake? Anything? Any progress? Any sign of hope?
My internet got switched on
Woo!
in my new premises, so
That's great, bro. That's huge. Okay.
Yep.
All right.
What I'm about to say
I
is
uploaded
something
a video in 3 minutes.
I do not condone what happened. I just want to mention this, totally random, and it has nothing to do with the fact that we're discussing good things in the UK.
Yep.
But a mosque did just get burnt down. It was a tragedy. Everyone was very sad to see it happen. But unfortunately, places of worship are known to combust in Europe. So, I mean, I guess that's keeping up with the trend.
Well, it's probably because the AC.
Oh yeah, true.
Yeah.
Or even just worshiping Satan, I guess. You know, the flames and stuff. But there was actually a church that was burned down here. The church in Downpatrick that was the resting place of Saint Patrick. That was burnt down. So,
out of curiosity, Jake, what is your thermostat set to?
17 degrees for me. So that's
what's
like
that
what,
in normal shit?
Like 60
50,
something.
yeah, 58, 60 something.
58 degrees?
Hang on. Let me figure
Bro
this out.
lives
like
in a
60 something.
refrigerator.
17C2F. 62.
Yeah.
62?
Yeah.
Holy fuck, you like it cold.
That's ideal. That is the ideal temperature.
Now, I will tell you exactly as to why it's that cold. Okay, so this room, as you can see, is quite small.
Yeah.
There are 2 computers here whose heat exhausts are pumping out shit tons of heat. You've also got 3 screens here that all have their own heat vents. There's a key light there. There's a camera there. There's another computer back there. And they all generate huge amounts of heat, including these massive outdoor LED lights that I use to make this. Yeah. So if I don't have the AC on and I close that door and I start streaming, it gets sweltering in here, incredibly hot. So I have to have like a really cold AC to cut back on
That's crazy. I keep my house at 72 degrees, but I keep my bedroom at 64 degrees because you sleep better during 64. But existing in 62 is fucking crazy to me. I couldn't handle that.
No, it's awesome.
What do you?
But do you want to hear a really funny statistic regarding the whole AC situation?
Yes.
So per capita, right? Per 100,000 people in America, 5 die of gun homicide. Okay.
Okay.
Per 100,000 people in Europe, 23.5 people die of heat death.
That's crazy.
And you want to hear an even wilder one?
Yeah, I'm ready.
Out of 100,000 people, 40 Indians die of diarrhea. I'm just trying to put it into perspective. Okay,
No
exactly.
way.
How all these retards sitting and crying, oh no, but there's guns in Canada and in America. Canada too now. Only bad guys get guns. There's guns in America, and they're all fucking dying of heat. And then they want to import Indians who are dying of diarrhea.
God, bro. Diarrhea death and dookie death, bro. That's brutal. You know, there was actually another crazy statistic while we're on that subject, which I actually forgot to write in my topic of interest here. So there was obviously, okay, what I'm about to say is very morbid. but unfortunately, I've heard it so many times I've grown numb to it. Another baby was killed by being dual penetrated by its gay parents. So this has become a topic of interest. We're talking about, should gay people have the rights to
No.
adopt children? Well,
Oh, that
uh,
too. No,
yes.
I was just talking about rights in general. But if children, no,
Yeah.
definitely.
So,
definitely not.
you know, the odds of a child being sexually abused by their heterosexual parents, mother and father, if a mother and father adopt a child from a orphanage, it has a 2% chance of being sexually abused by its parents over the course of its lifetime. By the time it turns 15, I believe the exact number was, which I think 1 in 50 is already far too high. I think that's a staggeringly high number. But if you pull up a statistic on the chances of a homosexual, male, or female, adopting a child, it has not a 1 in 50. It has a 1 in 3 chance of being sexually abused by its adoptive parents.
Wow.
That is astronomically different.
Yes. yes, it is.
Those are different numbers, man.
Yes, I
No,
saw
I
Asmongold's
feel like there is so much. Oh, dude, I saw that Asmongold reaction.
Yes.
It's cinema because Asmongold, he's a rational guy.
He
He's like,
is.
if they consent, it's fine. That's all he cares about, consent
Yep.
and whatever. And then like he's like, so I don't really care if gay people adopt kids. And he starts looking at statistics and he's like, wait, hold up. What, you mean
Yep.
to tell me that God was right when he said in the Bible that a man that lies with a man is a woman is an abomination against God?
Yep.
You mean God was right?
Yeah, it was
That's crazy.
There was 2 studies shown. The numbers fluctuate. So it's either a 21% that you can pretty much rely on heavily. And then there was another study where they took 3,000 people and it was a 33% sexual abuse rate. Now, the obvious part is, you know, testing these studies is very difficult. Do we really want to put children in the, houses of potential child rapists? No, not really. And
Necessary
abomination.
sacrifices. I was saying this. I've said this for the past couple of weeks here, but there are sacrifices that the state deemed to be perfectly acceptable in order to preserve diversity and inclusion, and these murdered kids that have been thrown to the gay ass wolves here. They are necessary sacrifices on the altar of diversity, just so that a nice gay couple can have a kid, and they can walk around being gay as fuck and raising their kid that will develop all sorts of mental health problems and complexes they're going to take years of therapy to undo.
Yeah.
Just so that at
Well,
least
they probably
they can.
won't undo it.
No, it won't. No.
To be fair, that person is probably just going to groom another kid.
Absolutely.
Unfortunately, that's how it works.
Yeah,
Yeah,
there's
but
there's a lot of studies that show that children raised even unmolested in gay households grow up with all sorts of fucking mental health problems, and it's necessary sacrifices on the altar of diversity. It's the same with immigration and stuff. It's like, oh yeah, you've got Ahmed Mubabu Gimbi, who went out and fucking ripped out someone's
him.
throat and stabbed them to death. Yeah, you've probably heard him out in the news. He's everywhere.
What's
And
the 7-Eleven?
yeah. Every single 7-Eleven, it's the same guy.
Every single one. Yeah.
And just so that the nice ones can come in, it's worth your wife or your daughter or your girlfriend being raped and stabbed. Like, that sucks. I'm sorry to hear that about that white man, but you see, if we did anything about that, it would disrupt diversity, and we are not going to do that. Diversity is worth your wife being raped and killed.
Yeah, I don't know who's really in favor of these, but man, they must really want to kill themselves. And they want everybody else to kill themselves too. Now, I want to move on to something that I don't think you or Nux know about, which I'm really excited to hear y'all's opinion on, because I know you don't keep too much on your fingers on the pulse for streamer drama. There's these 2 streamers by the name of NMP, LOL, and Milena. I'm so excited to tell you about this, Jay, because do you even know who these 2 people are? Do you know those names?
No.
Great. Okay. So these 2 streamers called NMP, LOL, and Milena. And they were essentially together for 10 years on stream. And Milena's gimmick was being with NMP and being a miserable cunt and taking his money and making these oversaturated mid-ass events where the only reason why they're successful is kind of like a Mr. Beast video because they spent $250,000 on them. So anyways, NMP LOL, and obviously you won't like this guy at all. His politics are horrendous. He's even been on Hassan.
This isn't a Houthi musical, Hassan.
Yes, but That being said, I like to talk about injustice when it's happening. So, anyways, Milena decides to divorce NMP Lowell after 10 years of being together. It was granted underneath the grounds of insupportability. There was no cheating, there was no abuse, there was no bad behavior. Essentially, Milena just said, I'm good, I want out. And the judge granted it. So, Nick agreed to a 50-50 split. He just agreed to it. He said, okay, you can have 50-50. I want to mind you, this guy is a multi-millionaire, one of the most successful streamers on this entire platform. He essentially revolutionized IRL streaming. Great streamer. Not my content, but other people really do. And he would say, okay, you can have half our shit. He probably has a net worth of somewhere between $15 and $18 million. Milena looked him in the eye, went to a judge and said, that's not enough. Kept him in court for a year and a half, made them spend over $400,000 on legal fees because she wanted 60-40, and all of the money that she wanted from Nick needed to be in liquid, no potential assets, like no stocks from the money, like no investments. She wants cold hard cash. She wanted all of Nick's money and Nick to only be left with his investments after riding his coattails for 10 years. Thankfully, the judge said, fuck no, you're not getting that. So you think it would have ended there. 2 days later, she appeals the judge's decision. 2 days later, the judge denies it. And now she's appealing the other denial. These women are insatiable. She said, $8 million? No, that's not enough. I want 12 because I deserve it, because I did nothing. So, job application jump scare. I can't believe this is real shit happening. And the worst thing is, here's the worst thing. Their community is so cucked. The overwhelming majority of people talking about this issue are on the woman's side because he appeals to left-leaning cucks. It's embarrassing. It's so embarrassing. So what do y'all think about that? Because I don't know, man. Are we with the woman here?
Women have no baseline at all. You see, when women are given absolutely boundless freedom, they keep degenerating until there's just nothing left. Nothing will ever be enough. I've said this before. Women don't know what they fucking want. They say one thing, they want this, they want that. But when they finally get it, this isn't good enough. That's not what I meant. I actually wanted this. I actually want more. And this is what women do. Whenever they're provided with absolutely unbridled freedom, they just spiral into fucking degeneracy, and it does not end. And that's why we're currently in the situation that we're in. And it's it's the money situation. It's like 50-50 would have been good.
Yep.
And now that she was immediately given that without any fight or any controversy or anything, she's like, no, I want 60-40 because
Insane.
I'm a fucking bitch. I'm a woman. I am a modern woman who's grown up around men who have never told me to shut the fuck up. Yep. And it shows. And this is why she's behaving like this. And she's one of many women who behave like this because men are no longer allowed to tell a woman to shut the fuck up because women talk a lot of shit. And they never stop.
They never do. They have no reason
and it's
to.
a man's responsibility to say, you need to shut the fuck up.
Yeah.
Because whenever they become judges, they let, these violent, fucking aggressive blacks back out onto the street to go and do exactly what they know he's going to go do. And they do this with increasing frequency, and they get worse. Like, people think, well, female empowerment, feminism, that's great. Now she can not be oppressed anymore. And she can instead go get a shitty fucking job at McDonald's. Fantastic. She's no longer oppressed.
Oh my God. I forgot to tell you the best part. There was more that she wanted. She also wanted to be paid a salary for 5 years. $6,000 a month after they got divorced.
You see, whenever I hear stuff like this,
that pussy was, man, fucking hell.
I don't think it's even about the money. It's a total ego trip. It's a total ego trip.
Absolutely.
Right. It's a wanting control. That's what feminism is anyway. It's just vying for power. It's an inherently irrational position because obviously you need men to enforce shit at the end of the day. So it's an inherently, retarded position to hold. And also on top of that, It's only purely for ego. That's it. That's the only thing it exists for. Because women were always able to get careers. This is a big lie that everyone's been saying. Oh, but they can't get careers. But they can't whore around. But they could. They actually could do all those things. And in fact, prostitution is the oldest profession ever. And look, man, it says in the Bible, the basis of morality. When a man takes a wife and marries her, if then she finds no favor in his eyes because he has found some indecency in her, and he writes her a certificate of divorce, puts it in her hand, and sends her out of his house. That's it. That's it. She doesn't inherit. She doesn't take half his shit. This is a completely novel concept that makes no sense. That we just have to now make believe is normal because
I
obviously
think if you're
we
a
have
man and you get married without a prenup, you are a fucking moron. Absolutely.
Yeah,
Yeah,
absolutely.
these days it's rough. It's rough, man. It's brutal. And it's so sad because you think it makes women happy. It doesn't. All these women
You
are
can't make
depressed
women
on a
happy.
million.
It's impossible.
That's not true. You absolutely can make women happy.
No, you can't. I will send you a
can.
book
You can.
that proves you can't.
I would love to read
You
that.
know the best way to make women happy? Give them a bunch of babies.
That's very true. I absolutely, I 100% agree with you. I can't tell you how many women I know. Because here's the fun thing. So many women, I would say the overwhelming amount of women just don't fucking have hobbies. They don't have hobbies. They don't do
It's heartbreaking.
anything. They have
They have
no
nothing.
hobbies. They have no identity. And the reason why that is because their latent energy is awaiting to be woken. Because I believe all of these women who do fucking nothing, they were just born to be a mother. And once they realize that they're a mother and they realize that was their sole purpose on this earth, that's when they'll find happiness. But the problem is there's so much antinatalist propaganda being pushed onto so many women that they'll just never do that. And they just think, well, maybe I'm just miserable because the world's miserable. No, you're miserable because you've been brainwashed into believing that this is all that there is and that it's empowering to work for, instead of your husband, the man who loves you more than anybody else, you work for somebody else's husband who fucking hates you.
And that's why
Antinatalism was
when
very
you
quickly
see
adopted by women.
Yep.
True. And that's why, when you see all of the you see like these women that are married to like the super rich guy and then they get divorced. So it's not the money. It's never been about the money. Men want money a lot more than women want money. Women, I think, to some extent, they want someone to be there for them and take care of them and give them children and stuff like that. But all of society is doing their absolute best to convince women not to do that. In fact, go to college until you're so old to get a degree in fucking retardation with lesbian butt sex. I have a PhD in gay. All right, and now they have that. All right, and you're of student loan debt. Like, what are you going to do with this degree? You're going to teach more women to have a PhD in gay? That's it. Like, you have no purpose in society except to complain that you have all these debts now because you borrowed money from some Jewish guy who's going to be making a lot of fucking interest off your ass. All right? Let's be honest. So
People
now
underestimate
you
the
have
female
these people-
ego.
They
It's the
do.
most vindictive thing out there. It's not like a very straightforward ego that a man has that is imposed upon him. Like people assume a man's ego. However, women don't have that. Women aren't assumed to have one. A female ego is far more vindictive and subversive and coercive and deceitful. That it's not something that anyone sees coming when it happens. It's not like a man, because gaining money for a man is the reason why men want to gain money is because it is a status symbol. It is something that they know is appealing to women. Women are looking for a man with money, not the money. Is what I think is what you were pointing to there, Nux. Like, women don't really care about the money. What they care about is the guy who has the money. This is why there's the 666 rule. It's like he needs to be 6 foot with six figures and six.
Right. I think that's what women think. That's what women think they want. I think women think, to some extent, women that are lost in the infinite college hodgepodge. They think they want the 6 foot tall Giga Chad. That's also a hyper leftist. That doesn't exist, by the way. That's a hyper leftist and wants women to have more efficient and judicial roles in society than they even have right now. That's what they think they want, because they're taught that is the ideal man. And it's not. And the truth is, I think what women want is a husband that actually gives them time and love and children. And that's it.
Mm-hmm.
So you brought up earlier.
Yeah, sorry, go on, Jack.
Yeah. So next, you brought up earlier that men think about money a lot. I will say money is something that consumes my mind every second of the fucking day. It is all I think about. I am constantly checking my investments, my bank account, making sure that I am okay and that I'm setting myself up for the future. But it's not really the money that I want. I don't crave anything physical whatsoever. I'm just trying to hit a number to where I can just finally stop being a cog in the system that's going to work me until I fucking die, making me live a life that I fucking hate. And I really, really get angry when I think about how many of my friends aren't going to have that same luxury of freedom to where they're going to be working that 9 to 5 that's getting them fucking nowhere. They're going to work every single day until they're fucking 70. Then maybe they'll retire. They'll have 14 years to live their life, but they can't because they're too old, and then they're going to die an unfulfilled life. And I hate how that is the norm. And I don't know
That's
how
fuck you money, man. That's what's called fuck you money, where you can pretty much walk around, do whatever you want. If someone tells you not to do it, you say fuck you, because you've got enough money to say that. But I have been exposed to several people that are 9 to 5ers in person, and I tell you what, man, you just can't help them sometimes.
you can't.
In fact, I would say a lot of the time, because my brother's one of them, and I've known 2 other guys that they're paralyzed in this cycle, this system where they can't earn enough money, and it's paycheck to paycheck. Like, what the fuck do I do? And I've made money in various amounts over the last 12 years or so. I know what the fuck I'm doing, and even off of YouTube and off of streaming and off of content creation, I've made money. And I've literally laid them out, like, here's what I did, here's how much I earned, and here's how you can start it. And they're literally looking at something that is outside of the matrix, outside of the system, outside of their cognitive ability to comprehend. And they're looking at it like they're looking at fucking, like Matrix letter rain coming down. Like, what the fuck is this? I can't do this. And it's like, here it is. You start here, you do this, you move here, and then you invest in that, and then you get this thing, and you go here. And they're like, yeah, well, I can't really do that, I can't. And they immediately shut it down. Yeah. They literally shut it down before they even entertain the idea of doing something meaningful to get out of this fucking matrix that they're in.
Well, like,
sometimes you just can't help it, man.
I've had a similar experience with a lot of my friends who I try to make make more money. Now, I will say I have, in great success, helped a lot of my friends make way more fucking money, and I'm very happy with that. But with the ones that who I'm not able to help, who do look at what I'm saying, like, matrix letters, like you were saying, it's because there's so many jobs that just beat you the fuck down to where your brain is just short circuiting, and you're just so beaten, and you're so battered, and you're so fucking tired that they've just fucking wrestled you into submission to where you're just going to take this bad fucking, deck of cards, this bad hand that you were dealt, and you're just going to accept it because the idea of actually having free will or any happiness is just so fucking foreign to you because they've just made you a fucking slave. But that is the truth. Like, if you are working a 9 to 5, every second of freedom, potential freedom that you may have, you should be attempting to work that into some other form of career or business venture that can lead to a massive growth potential, because if not, this will be your reality for the next 50 years. And I think it's fucking disgusting.
That's exactly what got me doing it, man. I was so beaten down by the job that I was doing. Like, I was contemplating fucking jumping in front of traffic.
We've all been
and
there.
I was like,
that's what sucks.
Yeah, and I was like, look, Jake, you've got 2 options, mate. You either keep doing this fucking job, which eventually you're gonna kill yourself if you keep doing it.
Yep.
Or you actually do something and you commit to it to get out of it. Those are the only 2 options. So you're gonna die, or you're gonna, try and earn some money and get out of this fucking rat race. Because I was so beaten by the system, I was like, I have no other option than to try and get out of this. I literally can't deal with this. And 16 years later, here I am, and it's this level of incentive to get out of the system that inspired me to start doing something about getting out of it in the first place.
Yeah, to the people in chat who are kind of being pessimistic right now, saying, yeah, bro, let's all be streamers. Yeah, bro, let's just be a charismatic YouTuber. It's a lot more than that. I've actually talked a lot to a lot of people on how to, like, build your own success and other routes that you can go. We can talk about it at a different time for sure, but there's a lot more things than just, dude, just blow up on the internet. Trust me, that's not what we're saying. There's a lot more that goes into it than that. Nux, do you have any opinions on this topic?
Yeah, but you're not gonna like my opinion. I think you have to have faith in God. You have to do your best, and you have to have faith, because money obviously is important. It's how you kind of survive. But I think that the importance that some people put on it, they make it like their thing of worship. That you wake up in the morning and it's like, okay, how am I doing monetarily speaking? And look, when people are living paycheck to paycheck, that's a whole different situation.
Yep.
But when someone is like able to survive, all right, and they're able to survive, and instead of actually taking that opportunity of life and turning it into a family, or branching into a different career where you will have your freedom, that's I think where the issue shows up, in my opinion. I don't know. I feel like I feel bad when I see people in the 9 to 5 grind and they think that their life isn't worth living because they're not a YouTuber, because they're not super successful, because they're not
a lot of people think that way.
I know.
Yep.
I think that if you have the extra free time, you should use it. Put your passions into something and create something, like you were saying, and I totally agree with that. But on the other hand, you're not a loser if you're doing a 9 to 5 and you're married and you have a family, and your children are going to grow up to be unbelievable people that are going to grow up not in a broken home, but with two parents that do love each other. That you're not a billionaire, you're not a millionaire, but you're fine. Your kids are fine, and your grandkids will be fine. And I think that's something beautiful too. So I don't shit on the 9 to 5.
It's crazy. Never heard anybody say that, unironically. I can't get my head around that not being just like, I would just be so fucking angry at the world if that was my life. But I agree, having a mother that you love. Sorry,
I think a lot of that's the slopaganda. All right. I think a lot of that's just the propaganda machine hitting you. Well, if you're not a millionaire, you're worthless. If you're not doing your own epic venture, making millions on crypto and Hustlers University, you're garbage. And I don't think that's the case. I think the 9 to 5 grind, if you are making your life something good anyway, I don't think there's anything wrong with the 9 to 5 grind.
Oh, I mean, there's definitely tiers of 9 to 5 grind. There's 9 to 5 engineering where you have decent money, but
okay, I'm not talking about, hey, I'm 47 years old, I work in Starbucks. Okay, you're a loser. I'm sorry. But I don't want to be. You're probably a loser. But I don't know. I think that it ain't much, but it's honest work is a way to live.
No, 100%. No, look, I've said this about 9 to 5 jobs before. They're not worthless. They don't lack value. Like we need, as a society, these jobs to be filled by people so that we can continue living the way that we do. They're entirely respectful. I'm referring exclusively to people that want more than a 9 to 5.
Yeah, no. See, but that's the thing. There's a whole spectrum of people. All right, I think that why did God create billions of people? Well, obviously, so everyone can be different. All right, if you wanted zombies, you would just make robots. All right, you wouldn't need different people with different backgrounds and different ideologies and different strengths and weaknesses and passions if everyone was supposed to just do the same exact grind. So yeah, no, I completely agree that some people want more than the 9 to 5, and they should do their best to fulfill their dreams.
So what people in chat there, people in chat that are saying, hey, let's just become streamers then. Yeah, try it. Seriously. And look,
I do think everybody should try it.
Yeah, seriously. Like, look, there's a level of sarcasm to that. I understand, I understand the novelty of it. Yes, we can't all be fucking streamers. But the very nature of this job weeds out the weak. So fucking try it. And when it gets hard and everyone around you's quitting, don't quit. And then you become the only one left doing it. And so give it a go. Seriously. So, like, yeah, it's No,
I agree with that, by the way, completely. Yeah. If you want it, if there's something you want to do, just do it. I think that thinking about doing it and stressing about how you did do it, you missed your chance. Yeah, you're not going to be able to just fucking do it.
I also 100%. Agree with the mentality that people have like analysis paralysis and they have a lot of like, anxiety for doing big decisions. I have never hesitated on anything in my entire fucking life. I think I just fucking do it every fucking time. Same. The only thing I'm bad at, I'll be real, the only thing I don't do immediately is I have cans of soda on my desk that I know I should throw away, but I haven't thrown them away yet. That's pretty much the only thing, that's the only thing that I've delayed on. But I will say this, what I'm really trying to get at is a critique on the state of America where I think 60, 80 years ago, where a male parent was able to have a minimum wage job, be able to support their wife and their 3 kids, and that be okay. I think it's very depressing, the reality that we live in, where a single income household is becoming a thing of the past, and where now both parents must work in order to survive, as well as then you come to the point where you have kids, and then you have to pay someone else to raise your kids, miss out on all those special moments, and God forbid you have a fucking babysitter that's going to indoctrinate your children into being fucking gay. I would just really like there to be somehow for a way where a single income household is what will be the norm, because that's what I think we get the best children. And I think when we get the best children, that is where the foundation of our country comes from. So in my opinion, me thinking about how to get to a single household besides be a streamer, bro, is tell the illegals to get the fuck out of our country, defund jails, to stop spending so much money on quality of life for fucking prisoners. I don't care if they're miserable. They're supposed to be fucking miserable. Stop all these fucking blacks and failures of people who want to integrate society on giving them infinite free fucking welfare, infinite fucking free food stamps, because they're making everybody else's life fucking miserable, because the bottom 15% of our country lives entirely for free off of the government's welfare, and they're increasing every other hardworking American's life by minimum 30% on income of groceries and all the bills they have to pay. So stop letting these illegals ruin your fucking life. Stop letting these failures ruin your fucking life, and tell them to integrate in society, get a fucking job, or get the fuck out of the country. Because I have a buddy, and I'm not even going to say who his name is. Every day, because I'm very fortunate, I'm very blessed, I love my life, I'm so happy. But I think of my buddies like Leroux, I think of my buddies like Shinya, I think of my buddies like Edric. Their life is fucking miserable because of these douchebags that ruin our country and these fucking ass who supports them not getting the fuck out. And the more I think about birthright citizenship being, it's completely fine, guys. Things aren't getting better at the rate they need to get better at. And I have nothing but respect for the people who do the 9-5s. America is nothing without our fucking blue-collared workers. But Absolutely. I just wish the quality of their life would get better, because it's fucking sickening to even think about.
Yeah, because the overall quality of the 9-to-5 has plummeted so far. Now you've got people that are desperate, trying to, in record numbers, are desperate to try and get out of the 9-to-5. When if the 9-to-5 was actually sustainable, if it was giving them what they actually needed, then there'd be less people desperate to get out of it.
Exactly. A 9-to-5, 40 hours a week. Some people do 60, and it's still not enough. What the fuck? I mean,
this is equality for you, man. Like, it's you take away the white excellence and their ability to
equity
outperform, and then you elevate those who live in constant mediocrity, like the blacks and immigrants, and you give them free stuff and you elevate them. So you push white people down, you elevate black people up, and you have this constant fucking misery coming from white people who know they're better, who know they can do better, who know that they're able to earn more, and they're on the same level as these low IQ dipshits who are getting everything for fucking free, and they're able to stay home and raise their fucking kids, but white people are working 2 goddamn jobs, both parents. I mean, it's essentially daycare for women, so they're not at home having kids.
Yep.
That's why this happened. You convince women that having kids is fucking retarded. It's gay. So women are like, I'm not gonna have kids. I'm also going to get a career. So that's already 2 barriers between her having kids. So as long as that's happening, that the ethnic replacement can continue.
Yep. $60 billion go towards Africa every single year from the United States. It costs $40,000 to $60,000 per prisoner to be jailed in the United States. Stop sending other fucking countries our money. Stop making quality of life of prisoners so fucking high. Stop sending money to Africa when Detroit still looks like a fucking shithole on earth. We need to completely remove income tax. I can't believe this is still a fucking thing.
Oh, dude.
It's insane.
Now you're talking my language.
Yes.
If I was still making an income, this would be crazy.
Yes.
No, but anyway, so no, I agree with you. And in regards to sending money away to other countries, 100%. I'm against all foreign aid. I think that shit's retarded. Not money to Africa, money to NATO. All right, we give NATO like $90 billion a year, and they do nothing for us.
Yeah,
right, that's insane. right, and et cetera, et cetera. The list goes on to all the other countries, Israel and Egypt and every other country. I do think we should be airdropping air conditioning units into Europe just to flex, but aside from that,
100,000 AC units just to flex.
right?
Don't tell anyone that's there, okay? Don't tell anyone that's there.
Yep, they'll find you.
Yeah. So, but I agree with all that. In regards to prisoners, you do you know what the Bible solution is?
Kill them.
Sorry, I keep bringing it up.
Assuming kill them.
Well, it depends. Some of them, right? The murderers you kill, obviously.
Of course.
Duh.
Of course.
Right?
Duh.
So the murderers you obviously kill. Pedophiles you obviously kill.
Duh.
Not even a question.
Yep.
That's like the easiest choice in the universe. All right. Get ready. Do you know what happens to someone if they steal?
You cut off their hands.
Guy robs you for $1,000. You know what? Well, no, that's Islam.
Oh.
If a guy robs you for $1,000, all right, what do you think the solution is?
I'm not sure.
He owes you $2,000.
That's a great idea.
That's a lot of interest.
And then double. And then you know what happens if he can't pay up to $2,000?
You kill him.
Indentured servitude. He must work off the money.
That's what I do think we should do with our prisoners.
This would save society. All right.
I actually
random
totally
guy
agree.
decides he wants to blow up a building or vandalize shit or whatever. I'm just being real here. You make them pay that back double whatever damage they've caused, and if they refuse or they can't, then they go to a labor camp.
No, I
until they work off their debt.
1 billion%. I actually think that would absolutely agree. That would help America so much.
It's literally in the Bible.
Yes.
It's you don't even need to come up with this.
Straight up.
It's there.
Kill murderers, kill pedophiles, any criminal, just make him forced labor and make them pay back double the damages they've done. 100%. 1 million.
You need to be
Old
careful
Testament
about
doctrine.
saying kill pedophiles because the trans community will come after you if you say that.
That's true, that's true. They might get so offended they'll kill themselves.
Yes.
What do you mean by pedophiles? They'll say,
Yeah.
and he'll say, "What do you mean?"
Phebophiles?
Yeah.
Phebophiles,
Sorry,
actually.
a map, a minor attracted person. My bad, guys. I didn't want to offend anybody. Jesus Christ.
Yeah, if you're a kid, you gotta die.
Oh, yeah.
It's pretty cut and dry. Pretty cut and dry.
I do wonder exactly by how much that would cut down on child rapes. I'm quite curious.
Probably
An
pretty
experiment, I think, should be put underway.
So here's another interesting thing. If we want to be on the subject of special privilege women get, this one is really gonna. Oh man, if you haven't heard of this, Jake and Nux, I'm pretty sure you've heard about it because you're a Jew. I feel like every Jew would hear about this story. Jake, I'm not sure if you've heard about this. Are we all following the Denims lawsuit with Ethan Klein? Have either of y'all heard about this?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, you have. Did you guys see that Denims won?
Yeah.
Yeah. I also saw that it was appealed.
It was appealed. I find it fucking insane how Denims on record said on live stream, I am doing this maliciously. I am doing this to hurt his viewership and his career. I am doing this just because I dislike Ethan Klein and I'm attempting to fuck over what he has going on. And the judge can say, I don't think it was malicious. I actually think it was. I think it does fall within fair use. I think that's insane. I'm so curious how you guys feel about this.
All right, so I'm really glad.
The judge is definitely in her OnlyFans, straight up.
Yeah.
So the judge is obviously a leftist ideologue for sure. That's not even up for debate.
Sure.
But there's actually a really positive, probably unanticipated thing that this causes, which is you now are legally able, because there is legal precedent, you could legally just stream movies. And if they complain and sue you, this is precedent that you will win.
Well, the problem is I'm not a woman.
No, but I mean the idea that just reacting to something with minimal commentary as a market substitute is not copyright abuse, then you could literally just react to anything now.
Someone should tell Frogan.
Really?
And Frogan's... Think about it.
Fucked.
No, I mean, you're right. My issue is that just I just don't like, and I don't think that should be right where someone can state malicious intent and it be deemed not malicious. I find like that's fucking insane.
Just one of the many leniencies that women enjoy in modern societies. It's also absolutely a given that the judge is a leftist ideologue. Exclusively, they are leftist ideologues. Every single one of them are, especially with the Jews accidentally losing favorability through TikTok, and now leftists hate Israel.
True.
That's definitely going to help. That's definitely going to not help Ethan Klein in that situation.
Yeah.
True.
Okay.
Yeah, no, the left is basically a third world communist terrorist slot machine right now. It's pretty awesome. It's pretty great. We always knew they would get captured by their radicals. Woke 1 was they're going to make everyone gay. Woke 2 is terrorism.
Real quick, what the fuck was the Cum Warriors?
So, I think that the Papua New Guinea Cum Warriors is the greatest example. I bring it up multiple times. Whenever someone is like, how could you say some cultures are inferior? I bring up the Papua New Guinea Cum Warriors. So let me set the scene.
Okay.
It's Papua New Guinea. It's the year 2026.
Okay.
And
So
a
there's flying
male
cars then.
has just hit the age of puberty, and it is time for him to be appreciated as an adult. So he must enter combat with other males that have entered puberty that should also be treated as adults. But how could they possibly enter combat without having the strength of their ancestors and society on their side? So the men in the village rape the male who's turning puberty age. They rape him and they fill him with their cum, imbuing him with the strength of the entire tribe to enter combat to be treated as an adult.
You know, there was one fact in that fucking village that came up with that, and they've been doing it ever since.
Yeah.
So this is real.
That's an inferior culture. It's real. You look it up. It's look at the Papua New Guinea Cum Warriors.
Nux, I need you to understand there are many other examples without going that far.
Dude, let's just
I like to paint the
speedball.
picture. I feel like this one paints a good picture. You know, so much of the left is just, Islam. So at this point, like you can't tell them that, oh yeah, but they marry kids in Muslim countries, and then they're like, oh, I love marrying kids actually, so I can say, right? So like that's not really an argument. So you bring this one up.
The New Guinea Cum Warriors refers, in crude internet slang, to the Sambia, also called Simbari people of Papua New Guinea, a mountain-dwelling tribal group studied by anthropologist Gilbert Hurd. They are famous for historical male initiation rituals involving semen ingestion as a key step in turning boys into strong warriors. What?
They rape the kids.
Oh my God.
All the kids.
The initiation process, 6 stages, starting around age 7 to 10. Separation and purification. Boys around 7+ are taken from their mothers, often with threats or force. They undergo painful bloodletting. Sticks or canes inserted into nostrils to make them bleed. Beating them with stinging nettles to remove feminine influences. Semen ingestion. Younger boys perform fellatio on older initiated males and swallow semen. This was ritualized and non-reciprocal at first. As they advance, roles reverse. They become donors for even younger boys. Progression over 10 to 15 years, they move through stages, eventually marrying women and shifting to heterosexual relations. The practice was tied to warrior culture. What the fuck?
I'm so glad Liver King did not learn about this shit, man. God damn.
So basically the conclusion here is all cultures are equal, and we should import 1 million New Guinea Cum Warriors into Minnesota immediately.
I feel physically sick.
Yeah.
I can't even believe that that's real, but at the same time, I can.
I mean, you just listen to the recounts from Christian missionaries that went to Africa during, the sort of initial contact with the continent. The shit that they found out there. The most that people know about is the human sacrifices. Yeah, the missionaries went over and, the good Christians, and they outlawed human sacrifice, and they stopped that from happening. It's like, yep, that was one of the things that they found, and they told them to stop doing it, but there's a lot more. I mean, even the
human the famous meme, the Christians come and they're like, please don't do human sacrifice, and they're like, oh, fascists are here.
That's what I said. Everyone knows that story, right? Like, you go to fucking Somalia, and it's like, oh, they were doing human sacrifice. And what else were they doing? But that's why Africa had like massive Ebola outbreaks, because a bunch of villages in certain countries in Africa had this this posthumous custom where they would rub the dead body on themselves. So if the villager that had died of disease, they would carry the body through the village and they would rub their bodies on the dead corpse, therefore spreading the disease, and then the entire town would die. And then during their funeral arrangements, they were also then being rubbed upon by the rest of the town. So then by the end of it, you've got huge tribal villages that have been wiped out because they're fucking retarded.
Natural selection,
the thing
baby.
is, if
Let's
you
go.
read again, if you read the Bible's like, a corpse is impure, you shouldn't touch it or whatever. And it's like, we solve all of these problems before they even start. It's insane.
Yeah.
It really is wild. So exactly what you were saying. So, Elon Musk, I think this is one of my favorite stories in a long time. So Elon Musk cut off USAID like a year ago. And to stop sending funding to retards around the world. And he saved the country, tens of billions of dollars easily. So essentially, right now, the left is trying to cancel him because they're saying, according to the study, 4 million people are dying because you cut off USAID. You just did a Holocaust, right? So that's what they're canceling Elon Musk for right now, including dipshit Ro Kahana. He's a congressman, leftist. He's Indian. I think he's an Indian Muslim guy. He's worth $450 million because of allegedly insider trading, but he's really mad that Elon Musk is worth $1 trillion and cut off USAID to retards and dipshit land. So Elon was just basically like, could someone please give me a single name of someone of the millions that they falsely claim died? Like, could you give me an example of someone who died? And so
they put him on a list of top murderers.
They put him on the list of the top murderers in human history because of these people that died. No, it's complete insanity. It's like, if you don't donate your net worth to Africa right now, you are killing a little village. That's what they're saying, basically. So anyway, people have been going viral on Twitter with like different examples. This child, Peter Donde, 10 years old, South Sudan, died because his HIV meds were cut off. And it's like, he had HIV. He's 10 years old. He had it. Like, are we
guys?
like, yeah.
Well, do you know what? Talking about natural selection, Tectone, I've been saying this over on my streams. I think Africa was always supposed to be a holiday destination for white Europeans and Americans, because the only reason why Africa is still there is because we send so much fucking money there. The only reason why they're even barely surviving the poverty and the disease that they have is because trillions of dollars have allowed them to stay alive, despite all the stupidity that they partake in. If we were not sending any money to Africa whatsoever, we were not sending over missionaries, we were not sending over money, charity, that kind of shit. If that completely stopped, within about 20 years, Africa would be entirely depopulated. There'd be no one there. Everyone would have died of HIV or Ebola or tribal warfare, religious warfare, any of the other things that they're constantly dying of over there. Corruption, for example. Africa would have been completely depopulated. Therefore, opening up the entire continent of Africa to holiday homes that are owned exclusively by white people. So you would spend your summer or your winter in the UK or in Nebraska or California, whatever, and then for the other 3 months of the year, you would then migrate over to Africa, the greatest holiday home location in the world, and you'd have these cool these holiday home lots in Kenya. And there's no blacks or disease around because they're all dead because they're retarded. And you just have like the best you got the best planet ever, right? You've got your home where you're native to and you stay there and you do your work and stuff. And then you've got your vacation home in Africa, in Mozambique or something, which is now fucking fantastic because there's no blacks there. And it would have just been one big party planet. It would have been fucking amazing. You would have had just entire neighborhoods in Africa of white people in their holiday homes just being like, morning, Nigel, morning, Paul. And are you going down to the beach today? Yeah, it's going to be fucking fantastic. Absolutely no blacks whatsoever. Best time ever.
The way you paint that picture in my head.
Wow! And then rainbows show up.
Yeah, rainbows show up. And they're like, wow, no facts either. So it's actually just a rainbow from God. Fantastic.
Dude, my God, bro. We need to get on that, bro. You really are a revolutionary, bro. It's a visionary.
No, this is good. I mean, again, sorry, I feel like I shouldn't be bringing up the Bible too much. So do you know after the flood?
It's
after
good.
the flood,
I encourage it.
Everyone gets wiped out except for like Noah's family, right? And Noah had 3 sons, right? Sem, Ham, and Japheth.
You
right?
talk
These
about
were
the
his 3
Bible
sons.
stories like they're an anime, and that's very interesting to me because I missed the old Nux anime review channel, man. That was fucking big. Sorry, keep going.
Yeah, no. Right, so you got the 3 sons. Now the 3 sons, Japheth was essentially like Europe and and Asia, certain areas in Asia, not like low Asia. I'm talking about like Japan area. So that was all Japheth. Japheth literally means beauty, which so like basically most of the beauty comes out of these areas on the planet. Right, that's the Hebrew word. Means literally beautiful. So like you got like the Giga Chads, they all come from like European Asia area. So then you got Ham, all right? He's which literally means like blackened, right, from heat. And those guys are the Africans, right? So they're like the Africans, I guess probably like the Indians also, like that's Ham. And then there's Sem. Sem is I suppose the forefather of Arabs, the Jews. That's why anti-Semites, right? So it's Semites, right? So those guys. All right. So now Jacob cursed Ham and his descendants to be slaves for eternity.
I sure did.
Because
Yeah.
Ham defiled him. I'm not saying, I'm not saying that there's anything to that, but I am saying if you look historically, that
when you say defiled,
that it could be paradise is
what
what
do
I'm
you
trying
mean?
to say.
What do you mean defiled?
I mean, when he got drunk, after the flood, Noah built he created vineyards and he got drunk on vineyards, and his son Ham and grandson Canaan went to basically get him naked, and it's kind of ambiguous if they raped him.
Yeah.
So he cursed them to be slaves for eternity to their other brothers.
Based.
Not the first time that's happened, actually. But that happened after the story of Gomorrah. And the
See, but that was different. That was
different kind of
like
rape.
The daughters,
different
they
rape.
were trying to repopulate the planet or whatever. Like these guys are just like savages. Ham and his son Canaan.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, but I think personally, and I'm willing to debate you on this, that slavery, in the right context, of course, slavery could be much more ethical than mass migration.
Okay, well let's debate. Let's debate. Go. What's your statement? Your opening statement. Go. What are you debating here?
I can already see the YouTube video.
All right.
They wanted the slavery debate, so I gave it to them.
No.
So Nux open the slavery debate. Let's go.
Okay, I'm ready.
In some contexts, slavery is necessary, all right, or at least beneficial to all parties involved, whereas mass migration is literally just a genocidal bioweapon inflicted against societies across the world.
Okay, and my response is I agree 100%.
Let's go!
Thanks for coming to the debate, everybody. We both win.
I'll share my prize with you.
If you do have,
is it a holiday home in Africa?
Yeah, Mozambique.
In Mozambique, let's go! Yeah.
If you actually do have a little bit more time next, I would actually love to hear more about that, about how you would like properly implement slavery over mass migration.
Well, it's not even remotely close. I don't understand.
No, I'm saying
like slavery. A guy steals. Okay, a guy's a thief.
Yeah.
Okay, so a guy's a thief. He steals shit. He doesn't have the money to pay you back. He needs to become an indentured servant, either of the government, or of the individual, to pay back whatever he stole. Obviously, right? You get some people who, let's say, can't survive, and they want, let's say, a place where they could eat food healthily, and a master to take care of to take care of them. Obviously, I don't believe in any forms of beating or anything like that. That's obviously completely inappropriate to brutalize your slaves. That's obviously horrible. But in the right context, I could see benefits to slavery.
No, I you know what I think they should do? I think they should let the good prisoners be slaves. And they should let the bad prisoners stay in like jail and prisons in like ungodly conditions. Like I'm talking like UK conditions, no AC type shit. Like that's how you go to be granted the position to pay back the damages that you've done to our society. I actually.
And what about the sexy prisoners?
The sexy prisoners?
Yeah, what about them? Shit. What can they do?
Well, obviously, you got to give them the option here. You got to give them the option. They have the right to become a concubine if they so please.
There it is.
All right, of course. If they consent to be a concubine, otherwise they're gonna go to the mines, and it's gonna be like
oh my god!
And do you know what? There will be viewers seating at these sexy mines. where you can go and watch them and be sexy and mind stuff.
Yeah.
Exactly. No,
Man.
but like, and the other kind is, so that's one kind of slavery. It's the slavery for criminals. All right. And like, let's say poor people that want to sell themselves as some sort of indentured servant in order to survive, right? Hypothetically.
Yeah.
The other form of slavery would be like via conquest, right? Like, let's say we want to expand our borders. Let's say. Well, obviously, you can't just let these people live in your country, or they will always hate you. They'll always do rebellions and stuff.
No, they won't.
So-
They won't do that.
They will. We see it all the time. So
Yes,
you know, they do. They want to conquer the country, and that's unacceptable. So you have to make sure that there are, you know, rules implemented to say basically, like, let's say hypothetically, we wanted Mexico, Canada. All right, those are more submissive people. All right, let's say we wanted Canada because we needed Canada. It's for our defense. Russia's invading. They're teaming up with China. It's getting bad. We need Canada. It's not up for debate. Okay, so let's say it's decided that we need Canada. We're starting to conquer Canada, and you know the French Canadians. They're not going to assimilate. They're already bitches in Canada as is, crying about how Quebec needs to like leave the rest of them so they can be gayer on their own. So let's say you're conquering the area, and you got like little community of Muslims in Ontario, and you got your little community of French Canadians in Quebec, and they're not willing to assimilate. You say you have the right to assimilate, and if you don't assimilate, well, you could either leave or the mines, or the mines.
Yeah.
Like
Yep.
that's the other option. Like, what are we gonna do? We're moral people. We don't want to execute them, obviously. They could leave if they want, and if they don't want to, they'll be in the mines.
Oh shit! Do you know what you just did, Nux? You actually almost verbatim quoted Hitler.
And
Well, let's talk about this real quick. We're on a very good another transition.
I mean,
part.
Hitler. If you think about it,
Oh,
Hitler,
I thought about it.
Yeah.
if you think about it, Hitler was potentially, and I know this one's going to be controversial,
Okay.
was one of the biggest losers in history. Bro destroyed Germany, cucked white people for like 80 years because of how badly he lost. Listen, I'm not going to say that all of his ideas were wrong.
Of course. We got $50 from Carnage Time saying the angel, the demon, and the blue spirit of America. Thank you so much. Shifting gears to a different topic. A little bit
Is that
more.
Carnage with a K?
It is.
What's up, Carnage? Good to see you here, buddy.
Hey, dude, your viewers, they got money, bro. That's
Stacia
fucking
was
lit.
another one you mentioned. That's another one of mine. And shout out to Stacia. You guys are the fucking best. Thank you so much for coming over here and
Jesus,
supporting
that's-
tech.
Yeah, love that. So here's another thing. Are we familiar with Extra Emily?
Yeah.
Oh,
She's
Jake?
the Asian lady.
She is the Asian.
Oh, let me
I
find
make
out.
blinker go wink before turning rude.
So
We turn other lane with blinker.
I've
in-
never seen this
lady-
Chinese lady in my
in
life.
2023, she got banned for 24 hours for reckless driving. In 2025, she got banned for running a red light while driving. In 2026, she has now been banned again for almost hitting an oncoming vehicle while driving because she was too busy talking to her chat. 24-hour ban. Setting the stage, I want to remind you, I was banned for 2 weeks for calling Frogan fat. Destiny was banned permanently because he said that transgenders are what? Incest, brain dead retards. How are we punishing words
Rare
more
Destiny
than
W.
exactly?
Yeah.
How are we banning people for words more than people who are going live on stream and committing crimes? As well as I want to remind you, Nina Lynn went live on stream and sexually assaulted a autistic man on stream, and she got banned for 48 hours. What the fuck is going on?
And then I have some of these bastards telling me slavery is immoral, like in all contexts.
I know.
Yeah. Have some priorities, for fuck's sake.
Yeah.
Get this Asian woman off the streets.
I think it's very simple to just, you should not be allowed to stream.
To drive if you are. Oh, yeah. Yes.
Yes, you should not be able to drive if you're a woman. You should not be able to stream
That's
yourself.
not what I was going to say.
Yeah, of course. You should not be able to stream and drive at the same fucking time. Can you imagine? I want you to set the stage. You're a young, beautiful white woman. You're 28 years old. You're taking your two beautiful children to the park, and you have a picnic basket, you have a ham sandwich, a little bit of egg salad, a couple of grapes, and you just got finished going to church, worshiping our Lord, and you press the button to let the little sign switch from pause hand to the walking man. It's a red light. You go walk, and all of a sudden you hear, "Yo, chat, thank you for the $2 dono," and your entire chat gets or your entire family gets mowed down by some retarded ass Asian bitch who wanted to thank a chatter rather than pay attention to the fucking road. And I think that's the direction that we're heading towards, where obviously recording yourself committing a crime, you should be instantly permanently banned. But distracted driving being encouraged by being a streamer, obviously this should not be permissible on the platform. Obviously it should be banned.
I think the denominator here is the fact that she's an Asian woman.
I agree.
There's are two handicaps for driving already. There's plenty of dudes who live stream and drive. There's been no problems. She does it. There's been problems. It sounds like the problem here is that she's Asian and female and behind the wheel of a car, further distracting herself with a fucking chat full of inane nonsense.
I don't know. I think it's sure. I think obviously I agree with you in principle, but I don't think none of these people care. Okay, none of these websites, none of these streaming platforms, these social media, things. None of them care about any of the things. Actually, they all supported Pride Month while being gay was cool, and now that being gay is kind of gay,
yeah.
now they don't care anymore, right?
Yeah.
No one's celebrating Pride Month when faggots are out of vogue. All right, no one gives a shit about that. So, and it's the same thing here. All right, essentially, it's a gigantic propaganda machine that exists and only to do what they want it to do. They will sell more shit if they put rainbows. They will put rainbows. If they will sell more shit, if they want to exterminate the Jews, they will exterminate the Jews. Yeah, I'm just being real. That's where we're at.
Yeah.
It's not like these people have some sort of cohesive moral principle that they stand by, like I do. Like
Someone said exterminate the Jews, and my hand nearly
slavery.
flew up in the air. Jesus Christ, dude.
I know. I felt it on my foreskin scar. It was like it was
Insane
it was
callback.
starting to vibrate.
Wonderful callback. Fucking based. Yeah, I don't believe that. I think live streaming has gotten out of fucking control. And I don't know if you guys remember this. This was about a year ago. Where
Not this stream, though. No, this is completely normal.
I think this is a great stream. I feel like more streams.
No, 100%. Yeah, these
like
things need to be fucking said. Yeah,
open,
I agree,
honest
100%.
conversations, not worried about the outcomes whatsoever, because that's when real progress is made.
Concubines.
Yes, dude. Honestly,
Sexy minds. 100%.
I think the sexy minds would work really well, because the reality is, what's crazy? What we just said is a better suggestion to fix America than anything else, because nobody's actually fucking saying anything. And we're
the
sure
alternative
not
is
doing anything.
import 1 million retarded cannibals into society, and that just sounds so much worse to me.
Yeah. But I feel like
do you know what? I think we already have something. Sorry to cut you off there, Tectone. I think we actually already have sexy minds with a peanut gallery where you can watch it. Isn't that just female volleyball for the Olympics?
Yeah.
Ain't no one watching the guys play volleyball. Everybody's watching the women play volleyball
with their eyes closed.
Yeah, because that's basically porn. The thing is,
it is just porn.
What are they really contributing to society? Porn.
Yep.
There's a lot of fucking porn.
Whereas someone in the mines is like really doing some useful shit that I don't want to do.
Like mining stuff and getting sweaty and bouncy and all that kind of shit.
I'm very bitter as a streamer, where I remember the days where it was very simple. You have a webcam, you play a video game, and then you stream yourself playing that video game with a webcam. But now we have people doing like, I'm gonna go survive in a forest for fucking 2 weeks, and I'm gonna stream myself doing it the entire time. Or I'm gonna go in public and I'm gonna beat up people. I'm gonna go fight people. Like, I feel like it's so fucking dumb. Like, I feel like content creation has gone too far. I do believe Mr. Beast set the standards for what good content is considered in completely obliterated content creation culture. I think it's retarded, and I don't think people need to be able to stream themselves while they're driving. I feel like if your content comes at the cost of people's safety in real life or anybody's enjoyment of their real life, I feel like it should be taken away. I also don't think that people should be able to stream in public.
It's the very nature of a competitive market. It was always going to escalate like this.
Of course, but I think it's time to bring that shit the fuck back. I really fucking hate pranking videos these days. I used to enjoy them when I was a kid, but like now pranks are not pranks when you're the only person laughing. You're just like a fucking nuisance. It's like Johnny Somali. They called his content pranking content because he went live in the middle of like Korea naked, and he was like harassing police officers trying to take their fucking gun in his fucking underwear. I don't know. I just hate the shit. I feel like it just really needs to be pulled back. I don't think
What
we
did
need all
he
this
get?
shit.
Did he get 3 years or something? What was it he got?
He did get punished. He does have jail time.
Yeah.
I think 3 years was the correct sentence.
Yeah.
No, I'm not saying that he should have been punished for 3 years, but I'm saying I think you're right about it being 3 years.
Yeah.
I would have put him in the mines.
Yeah, not the sexy ones though. That would have.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
No, we have gender exclusive mines. Different.
Somalian mines. Go to that one.
Just for Somalis.
Yeah.
Where they go and they give them bananas and rice.
Yeah. And then you go back a week later and they're all dead from disease.
No, we take care of our Somali miners.
Yeah.
That sounded weird.
Sounded
weird. Yeah.
Yeah, that sounded really
Not in the
weird.
same way that the people in Papua New Guinea take care of their miners. They take care of their miners. Yeah.
So another thing that happened recently, this was actually just today, PlayStation announced that physical disc production will end in January 2028 for new games releasing on PlayStation consoles, as well as GTA 6 is locking single-player base game location behind a $100 Ultimate Edition. Video
Billions.
Yes.
Billions of dollars are being saved by these companies by removing physical copies. They will, however, not be reducing the prices of digital games.
Which I think is fucking insane. I don't know about you guys, but I would remember lining up in the stores at midnight to buy the games, play the games. The moment I beat the game, I would resell it for $5 less than what I bought it for. I made a shit ton of my money back. As well as, it's just sad, like, as a collector, like, not being able to have those, the fucking, it's the fucking disc and the fucking thing. I will say, I miss cartridges. I love cartridges. Like, having the N64 cartridge to fucking pump in was dope.
Oh, yeah. I know the biggest
I'm
scam
gonna
as
be
well
real.
at the moment is the
issue. Sorry.
Paying extra for 3 days early access. You're not paying for 3 days early access. You're paying for access that everyone else can get. You're just paying extra for it. It's not early access. Yeah, you're paying to not be late. It's not 3 days early. You're basically saving money by being 3 days fucking late. Everyone's already played it.
Yeah.
It's a huge fucking scam. You're not getting 3 days early. God damn, wake up, people.
Especially MMORPGs that allow you to play early if you spend. Those are the biggest
dude,
fucking
that's
scams.
so terrible.
You cannot, dude, being 3 days behind an MMORPG, I just won't play the fucking game. You can't. Because then everybody else is going to shit on you. And fucking PvP zones, they're going to decimate you in one hit. All the good gear is going to be gotten. All the strategies are going to be figured the fuck out. And you're going to be infinitely behind. What were you saying, Nux?
Yeah, sorry, Nux.
Yeah. I don't remember. Oh, yeah. I don't remember. Popped out, popped back in, popped back out.
Yeah.
It's how it works.
Do you know what? Let me give you a lead in. I was talking about video games saving money. They're not going to be, discounting digital copies, even though there's no physical disc involved with it anymore. Is this helping you?
Oh yeah. Right. Yeah. Thank you. You saved it. So basically, what I was going to say in a nutshell was, the major issue is obviously the Goyim are still going to buy the shit.
We sure are.
Yes, the Goys.
The Goyim are still going to buy the slop, and it's not going to change.
Yeah, vote with your wallet. But do you know what though? They to the Goyim's credit, they absolutely did tank a couple of fucking studios for the woke shit they put out.
W Goyim.
Yeah, rare Goyim W.
Hey, don't cut yourself some slack, my guy, please.
So real quick,
I'm not Goyim. I'm Goyist.
So
ADL,
ADL says that we're not allowed to say the word Goyslav. So as a Jew, I want to know, do I have the Goyslav pass?
It's so funny because goy is a word that's referring. It's just like saying black people can't say the N-word, right? It's such a stupid concept altogether. Like, again, I'm sure that people don't see it this way, but I've always used the term goy referring to non-Jews, because it's just a word used to refer to non-Jews. It literally means nation. It doesn't actually. I mean, again, I see why. I was thinking about this after, like, the Jeffrey Epstein emails come out, and he's like, those Goyim, they're going to give me all their money. And I'm like, wait, this sounds pretty fucking horrible. But I never even thought of it like that.
Yeah.
I'm just thinking about, because you compared the N-word to the word goy and goy slop. I'm thinking about nig slop and
Real.
what that is. And
we know what that is.
yeah, I'm laughing already.
That's pineapples with Gatorade or whatever the fuck.
Kool-Aid.
Yeah.
Kool-Aid.
Yeah,
and
that
pineapple.
the fermented pineapple shit and the Kool-Aid.
Yeah.
Oh my god,
Yeah.
be blacker, Jesus Christ.
We know what that is.
Yep.
Yeah, niggle me this, Batman. What is 13%, but also half?
Yeah. Have you heard the phrase?
Niggle me this.
Nigoy? Who? Nigoy?
Nigoy.
Is that the combo?
It's a
Damn.
combination slur, man. I don't think
Bro,
I'm
that's-
the one who made it
That's
up.
what
but
the black Hebrew Israelites call other black people.
yeah, my Nigoy. It's good shit, bro. It sounds really good, doesn't it? It
It
sounds really
sounds really good.
Sounds like something that Doodle Bob says. Nigoy, Nigoy.
Oh shit, bro! Make that.
Someone
a
needs to
YouTube
watch
short.
that episode back and see if he says it. I fucking swear he does. I swear the word
Definitely
goy comes out of his
does.
mouth at some point.
Oh, dude, Nia Hoy Nigoy. Jesus, that's so good. Fuck. Last talking point for me that I wanted to get through. You know what sounds really fun? You know, and this is just an idea. If you guys ever have some spare time, I would love to get you guys for maybe 30 minutes or an hour and just play one of the greatest friend slop games ever to be made. Have you guys played Mecha Chameleon yet?
I knew that was coming. No, I've not played it yet, but
Not.
damn, it
I
looks
heard
fun.
about it.
Dude, I just feel like you guys, you talk about such serious shit all the fucking time. Let's just take half an hour, get some people together, and play some fucking Mecha Chameleon.
Let's go for it.
Sounds
Let's
good.
pencil it in. Let's get a
Okay.
date for that.
I could probably get a group of at least 15 content creators to come and do that. I have
I'm
some
there.
I have some content creators because I think it'd be so funny that are so controversial. I'm actually going to DM you their name off stream to see if you're even down. It's like that level of like, I think it'd be so funny to get all of these very serious, controversial creators together just to chill and play Mecha Chameleon. It would be so fucking funny. Yeah, so good. Jesus. Anyways, is there anything else you guys had on the top of your head that you wanted to talk about before we wrap this shit up?
Yeah, they were talking about immigrant reparations over here recently. So let me explain this. So there's a massive immigrant problem going on at the moment where they have just recently built a new housing area, and each house is about £250,000 worth of taxpayer money. And they're planning to house migrants in this new plot of taxpayer-funded housing. And Shabana Mahmood has suggested that once the migrants who have moved to the UK earn enough money above a certain threshold, they then start to pay back the UK taxpayer for all the money that was spent on them while they were on the asylum list. And the amount that they suggested that these migrants pay off over a period of years by getting their wages garnished was £10,000. which considering the fact that housing one of them for a year, the rent is about £180,000 for one of these guys, and they're being like, yeah, once they pay off their £10,000 reparations to the British taxpayer, that'll be them paid back for all the money that we gave them to house them here and give them food and housing and all that kind of shit. And it is absolutely fucking insane that there are people that are listening to that have heard that in the UK and have been like, yeah, that's quite reasonable. Yeah, it's quite reasonable. I can totally expect Ahmed to get a job that pays enough that he's going to start paying £10,000 back, which is a meager 1% of what was spent on him. And even if he does actually earn that much money from a job that he's definitely not going to get, I totally believe that he's going to declare that he's making that amount of money and that he's going to willingly pay that amount of fucking money back to the taxpayer. And I'm just like, I'm looking at the UK's politics and I'm like, there's no wonder America is constantly talking about the UK right now because it is a fucking clown show.
Dude, it's actually crazy. And I'm not kidding. No, content aside, I am literally reaching out to my buddies in the UK, talking to them, and I'm like, hey, man, are you okay? Like,
Yeah.
So
are you all
sad.
right? Like, it
Yeah.
literally, I feel that bad for their people where I'm like, I feel like I'm talking to them like a little kid who like got bullied. I'm like, everything going okay in the UK today? Like,
There's
holy
gonna be
fuck.
ad campaigns in America just like, for $2 a month, you too can sponsor a guy from Lancashire.
Yeah,
in the
right.
arms of an angel. Oh,
Dude,
my
no,
Sunday
it
nights,
is
they
bad.
live
I've been
paycheck to
reaching out to, like,
paycheck.
friends of mine in the UK too. Like I'll hear about like a war starting in Israel. Okay, Hezbollah is firing rockets into Israel, and I'm like, at least it's not England. You know what I'm saying? That's the first thing I'm thinking about. It's like, god
They
damn. At
already
least
have it
it's,
hard enough, man.
yeah. No, but Shabana Mahmoud, she recently was trying to push the thing. You know what? Maybe we'll move migrant shelters away from like children and schools. And I'm thinking, so you know they're pedophiles,
Yeah.
right?
Yep.
Like, so you know that you are bringing pedophiles in and giving them free houses. You're acknowledging that.
In fact, in that exact topic, there was a place. I think it was Burnham. I think it was a place called Burnham. A beautiful, fucking idyllic English. Like you think old English town. That's it. That's what Burnham looks like. There was a town hall meeting in a building that has a capacity of 300. They only let in 120, and they refused entry to any of the other council members or public to go in there, because what they were discussing was bringing in 1,250 plus migrants into an RAF encampment nearby this small town.
Jesus.
And they were not telling the public of this town where these people are from, what their backgrounds are, what they're going to be doing, or when they're going to be put there, or how long they're going to be there for. They were refusing all entry. It was fucking insane. There was police there pushing council members away, pushing the public away. At the same time, the schools in that town were, for absolutely no reason whatsoever and unrelated to the 12,000, the 1,200 migrants coming up to the town in the next couple of weeks or so. Completely unrelated. Children in the school were being taught how to react during an emergency of the school being invaded, including staying quiet and hiding under your desk. Unrelated.
Wow.
That's fucking gross.
That is bad.
Mm-hmm. So they know they're a problem, but they're Labor voters, so they can't get rid of them. So we'd much rather, any of those white school kids, they could vote Restore, so less of them is fantastic.
And
However, these 1,200 migrants will vote Labor.
That some ethical slavery would not be better than that.
I'm not telling you. I'm agreeing with you 100%.
Okay, I'm really glad. We need more people on this cause because, like, hello.
Yeah, I agree. 1,200 migrants or 1,200 slaves.
Listen, they get to escape their shithole wherever they came from.
Yeah.
We get slaves.
I get my fucking Kroger's shopping lifted. It's fucking amazing.
Yes.
Huh?
Well,
And I'm saying they have to consent. They could stay in, shitholeistan. Okay, they could stay there. All right, they don't
Yeah.
have to leave.
Thank you, Ahmed.
Right.
That's
We are
very,
giving
very,
them the
that's very nice
option.
of you.
Ethically, hello. We know you
Yep.
want to come to England. You can as a slave. I'm not saying you have to. You can stay in Sudan.
you
If they decide
really,
to come,
you
is it
really like this idea.
I'm just saying, not enough people are talking about it.
I know.
Again, it's
Yeah.
very, very close to what Hitler said, actually. Like, almost verbatim.
And
I think
Yeah.
that's the most beautiful thing of them all. I think with
Right.
that, we hit our hour and a half that I've been aiming for.
Hell yes.
Dude, thank y'all for your time. This was fucking awesome.
No, of course.
yeah,
It's always a
thanks for
pleasure
having
being
me.
on here, man. It
Always
really is.
awesome.
Yep. And
This one's gonna go over well, I think.
Yeah, now we
Yep.
get to free all the slaves from chat from having to watch this. It's great, man. Real quick before we go, Jake, where can they
Yeah.
find you?
You can find me on youtube.com/Jake Monroe, rumble.com/user/The Jake Monroe Show, or on X, where it's just Jake Monroe, or The Jake Monroe over on Instagram. I'm everywhere.
Nux, where can they find you?
I am Nuxtaku on YouTube, demonetized over there. I am Nuxanor on YouTube, demonetized over there as well. I am on kick.com/Nuxanor almost every day. We're streaming, monetized.
What time?
I'm trying for 3 p.m. EST every day.
2 p.m.
Weekdays.
CST.
That's what I'm trying for.
Fuck it. If
Awesome.
you ever need me for any content, anytime, hit me up any fucking time. If you want to, we can play Among Us
Likewise.
again. You can cheat. We can
sure.
play Mecha Chameleon. I'm down for anything.
Yeah, I'm
All
down
right,
for that.
sounds good. Same here.
Okay.
Always a pleasure.
Fuck yeah. This was dope. I appreciate the fuck out of you guys. Nux, I need to have a call with you whenever you're done streaming. And Jake, dude, thank you, bro. Thank you for. I apologize about this being 30 minutes late, but that was Nux's fault.
Yeah, it was my fault.
Totally works for me. I was able to stream for an extra 30 minutes over on YouTube, which I'm doing daily through July. Actually, I'm streaming daily.
What time?
12 p.m. to 3 p.m. EST.
Okay, so 11 to 2 p.m. CST for any of our Central Time viewers here in Tectones. Appreciate you guys. See y'all next week.
Yes. Yeah.
Okay.
All right.
Yeah. Appreciate y'all, boys.
Bye-bye.
I appreciate y'all, and we'll be doing that again next week. Appreciate y'all.